Good morning, boys and girls. Mrs. Dunlap here again to get ready to go over another math lesson. So yesterday we started chapter 2 and we talked that chapter 2 was going to be about adding and subtracting multi-digit numbers. And yesterday we went into lesson 1. Well, we're going to jump ahead to lesson 4. Is on page 79 of your math book. Now, if you don't have your math book or your pens or pencil, I need you to pause the video and then come back when you're ready. All right, so if you're back here with me and you're on page 79, you know that our lesson today is to estimate sums and differences. Now, let's remember, sum is when you're getting the answer to an addition problem. And differences would be when you're getting an answer to a subtraction problem. Now, one of the things that we're going to do today is we're going to learn to estimate. And if you remember back in chapter 1, we did talk about how to round the numbers. And that's one of the things that we're going to do today. Because if we can round a number, then we're going to be able to estimate our sums and differences. All right, so let's continue here. So I just want to do a real quick reminder about rounding. So I have the number 76,765. If I want to round to the nearest thousand, well, what I do is I underline the thousand spot. And I like to put 3 lines because it really clues me in. That's what I'm going to round to. You look at the guy to the right, and I circle him. And that's when you make the decision. Is he 5 or more? Is he 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? If he is, you need to add 1 to the guy that you underline. Because remember, he's the one that makes the decision. If this number were a 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, then you wouldn't change this. So when I go to change this, because he is 5 or more, I need to add 1 here. And then my number would end up being 79,000. And again, because he was 5 or more, he went up 1. So 8 plus 1 is 9. The number to the left just dropped right in. From the one that you circled, including that one, everything to the right becomes zeros. So 78,765 will round up to 79,000. That is rounded to the nearest thousand. Okay, so that was just a quick review. And again, we talked about that in chapter 1. All right, so if you go to page 79, you have Math in My World. And we're going to go over this. Okay, so the Central School District needs 5,481 forks and 2,326 spoons for a school function. Wow, that's a lot of forks and spoons. About how many forks and spoons will they need altogether? Well, boys and girls, this is such an important word, about. Whenever you see the word about in a number story, sorry, that's telling you right there they want an estimate. Okay, they don't want the actual answer, they want an estimate. So whenever you're reading word problems, make sure you look for that word. And if you see it, underline it. That way you don't forget about it. So anyway, back to the number problem. The Central School District needs 5,481 forks and 2,326 spoons for a school function. About how many forks and spoons will they need altogether? Well, we're going to estimate the 5,481 and the 2,326, and we're going to round to the nearest hundreds place. All right, so again, I'm going to go over and look at my hundreds, and I'm going to underline it, and then I will circle the digit next to it. All right, you should be able to think about this. So 5,481, I'm going to round to the hundreds. Well, look at this guy. He's 5 or more. So that would actually round up to 5,500. 2,326, again, rounding to the nearest hundred place. Looking at this guy, he is not 5 or more. So the hundreds place is going to stay at a 3. So when we round, that's going to round to 2,300. And then all I need to do is to add. Well, when you have numbers that ends in zeros, it's very easy to do. So the correct answer is they need about 7,800 forks and spoons altogether. Wonder what they're eating for all of those forks and spoons. All right, so and again, boys and girls, when we're rounding to add, we're not getting the exact answer. All right, let's look at the next problem. And this is still on page 79 on the bottom. We have to estimate. Well, estimate is telling you we don't want an actual answer. Okay, we do not want it. We just want to estimate. It's telling us to round this number, $7,542, and we're going to subtract $3,225. But before we do anything like that, it's telling us that it wants us to round to the hundreds place. Well, again, I'm going to identify my hundreds place and put a line under it. Okay. All right. So, 7,542. If I'm going to round to the hundreds place, I got to look at the guy to the right. Is he 5 or more? Nope. He's not 5 or more. So 7,542 would round to 7,500. 3,225, again, I need to look at my hundreds place. Look at the guy to the right. 3,225 would round to 3,200. Now, this is a subtraction problem. Boys and girls, what I'm telling you, whenever I do any type of addition or subtraction, I always make sure I highlight what I'm doing because it is so easy to mess up. Okay, so once you have your numbers rounded, it's a very simple subtraction problem. 7,500 minus 3,200. Well, if you said 4,300, good job. All right, and because we're talking about money, don't forget to put your dollar sign here. All right, let's take a look at page 80. The table shows populations for 2 cities in Kentucky. About, oh, there's that key word. I always want to underline that because that's telling me they don't want the actual answer. About how many more people live in Covington than in Ashland. So let's take a look at our population chart. We have Kentucky populations. We have our city. We have Ashland. Their population is 21,510. Covington City has a population of 42,811. And remember, we want to know how many more people live in this city than that city. So whenever you hear how many more, that's telling you it is a subtraction problem. So we know that we're going to round, and it's going to tell us to round each population to the nearest 1,000. So again, if you have your pen in your book, you should underline the 1,000 spot. That's 1,000 place value there and 1,000 place value there. All right. So 42,811. I'm going to round to the nearest 1,000. I need to look at the guy to the right. He is 5 or more. So 42,811 is going to round to 43,000. 21,510. Again, we're rounding to the nearest 1,000. Need to look at this guy. He is 5 or more, so then he's got to go up. So that becomes 22,000. Don't forget, it's a subtraction problem because it said how many more people. So 43,000 minus 22,000, and your answer is 21,000 more people. Good. All right, let's take a look at the last 4 problems. And again, this is still on page 80. You need to estimate. Okay, estimate means we're going to round our numbers to a specific place value. So take a look at the first one, 1,454 plus 335, you're going to round to the hundreds. 2,871 plus 427, you're going to round to the hundreds. $2,746 minus $1,529, you're going to round to the tens. 48,344 minus 7,263, you're going to round to the thousands. So I want you to stop the video and I want you to try this by yourself first. And once you're done, I want you to come back, start the video back up, and then see if your answers match mine. Remember, we need to estimate. So go ahead and stop the video, and then when you're ready, you can come back. Welcome back. So I'm hoping that you got the same answers I have. This first problem, we need to round to the hundreds. The 4's in my hundreds here, and my 3's in my hundreds here. This number is going to round to 1,500. 335 is going to round to 300. 1,500 plus 300. If you have 1,800, good job. Give yourself a nice big star. Look at number 2. 2,871, we're going to round to the hundreds again. Well, that would round to 2,900. 427, we're going to round to the hundreds, becomes 400. If I add 2,900 plus 400, your answer is 3,300. Again, if you got that right, give yourself a big clap on the back. Number 3, $2,746 minus $1,529, we're going to round to the tens. Okay, here's the tens and here's the tens. So if you said that this number rounded to 2,750, you were right. And again, here's my tens. We rounded up because this number was 5 or more. 1,529, we're rounding to tens, becomes 1,530. And if you take $2,750 minus $1,530, you get a whopping $1,220. Did you get it right? If you did, give me 2 hands up in the air. Number 4, 48,344 minus 7,263, you're going to round to the thousands. Remember, this is the thousands here, and this is the thousands here. So 48,344 rounded to the nearest thousand would be 48,000. And we're going to subtract, what does this round to? 7,263. We're going to round to the nearest thousands. That rounds to 7,000. So 48,000 minus 7,000 is 41,000. All right, so boys and girls, when this lesson was about estimating sums and differences. Remember, a sum is an answer to addition problem. Differences are answers to subtraction problems. In this lesson, we also brought in rounding, which is we learned from chapter 1. If you're still not good with rounding, you might want to go back to chapter 1, lesson 5 to review rounding. Because whenever we estimate anything, we want to round. All right, so I will talk to you again tomorrow. Enjoy your night.